comic news. So, as we know, we don't have any comics at the moment, unfortunately.
No.
But Diamonds says 20th of May could be the time for new Marvel Comics, Image Comics, IDW and more. So we do have a potential date now, which is good news. There's also some extra news that I didn't really realize until just before we started. But it appears that DC have, because I think we talked about it on the podcast last week or the week before about DC having a different distributor than Diamond. Maybe we didn't talk about it.
No, we didn't.
I remember if we did.
No, I don't think we did.
Maybe not.
No, we didn't. Okay.
So basically, there's some
That's a game changer.
politics. Yeah, some politics going on where DC went over to another distributor to get some comics out. Not the new comics, but just like some back issues and some Walmart comics and things like that. And they are distributing their comics on Tuesdays. So there's a bit of beef going on between that and some retailers are like they've tried to order stuff, but stuff hasn't been coming through. They haven't got no replies. So there's been
this is comic gang war.
Yeah,
We've got the Crips and the Blood, the Diamonds and the what's the other distributor?
It was I think it's Luna Comics.
We got Diamonds and Moons. This is Diamonds and Moons. Yeah, this is the gang signs we got going right now. Okay, yeah.
We got Diamonds.
We got Moons
and Moons. Throw them gang signs. Who you with?
And with Diamond, what you say? Oh my days, that's
let me
crazy.
see if I can find it.
That's a bit.
Because it's from.
My days. Bleeding Cool.
So this.
Bleeding Cool.
So this is what they say. Today sees the release of the first monthly DC Comics in stores for some time. Those that are allowed to open or who can provide a mail order service, a couple of reprints, a couple of what used to be called Vertigo titles, and a Walmart Batman Giant intended as Jim Lee's put in as a stress test for the system, while also turning New Comics Wednesday into New DC Comics Tuesday. We've been hearing from a number of retailers regarding the current changes. Bleeding Cool originally ran Brian Hibbs' very negative response, as well as others such as Jesse James, who were less hostile. But after that, hostility seems to be the name of the game, at least concerning the messages that Bleeding Cool has received over the past few days. A Canadian retailer who wishes to remain anonymous tells us, so this is what they said: I've spoken to a few other Canadian retailers, and Luna has not gotten back to any of us. When trying to log on their system, just read your account is pending administrative approval. Once approved, you will receive an email to complete the registration. No email has been forthcoming. I signed up back on August 17th. I've also tried calling the number provided. It goes straight to voicemail when no messages has ever been returned. At this point, it seems Diamond will be back in business by the time Luna gets to us. My guess is Canada is just not a priority. Maybe Bleeding Cool can do some research and find out if it's just BC or all of Canada, but it seems to me we've been left out. So yeah.
Wow. They just left you on blue tick, boy. That is not okay.
No. So
wow, that's an interesting chess move.
I was going to say, if you go onto the Bleeding Cool site, they've got the whole article there. It was dated from yesterday, April 28th, but they've got loads of messages from retailers all over. Like there's some from Florida, Clearwater in Florida, from LA, Canada, like the one we just read, New York. So it seems like there's a massive problem, big problem. So Yeah.
Oh dear. But it's kind of fitting because, firstly, DC are all about nighttime, and the fact that their distributor is now called Luna is hilarious. Secondly, Diamond Comics, obviously, you've got the book majority is like Marvel, and Marvel's to do with all sorts of crystals and gems and all them things there. So it kind of works out. And then secondly, it's like, if this is the perfect opportunity to find a new distributor that maybe can provide a little bit something extra. So if Luna has a couple tricks up their sleeve in terms of like either digital comics or just they're gonna come up with a bad boy like distribution thing, like this is the time to do it, because Diamond really should have stepped to the plate and been like, okay, cool, we're still gonna distribute old school this that, or whatever anybody's kind of finished on or digitized everything, so that we can keep the market going. But y'all wanted to do some things, and now you lost some DC, which is a big chunk.
That's like DC is one of the big two. There's no big three when it comes to comic books. I would say Image was probably the third one. Image is the third one, definitely. But like, it's Marvel or DC is the question. No one's like, are you Marvel, DC, or Valiant? To lose either one of those two, you've lost a huge customer.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's a huge customer.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. Oh dear. Get it together, Diamond. Diamond and Luna, man. Diamond and Luna. Gang side.
You know what? Just give me my comics.
I've
fielded mad comics, and I'm afraid that when they finally dispatch them, my whole account is going to be wiped out, because that's when they charge you. That's when they charge you.
Rich is like, don't even talk to me about this. I'm already pulling triple shifts here in this chair, okay? Oh my comic book cocaine addiction. Like,
I'm missing reading X-Men as well. I haven't got past issues 6 or 7 of X-Men. The last ones didn't get sent to me.
Get it together, people.
X-Men and Fantastic Four. I want to know what's going to happen next.
You told us.
That's just on hiatus. And, it's just give me my 4. What's happening with 4? I saw an article the other day about 4. I was like, I ain't click on that. Swipe. Spoiler.
You kind of have to go back and reread a few things just to catch up and figure out what last happened. It's coming like what's it called? Jesus, Doomsday Clock, isn't it?
Don't talk to me about that.
Oh my days! Just watch some TV shows. Watch some TV shows. That's all I'm saying to you.
I have been catching up on Flash and Black Lightning.
Oh my god!
I'm bored. Not bored, but like
bored. Say bored.
I just need something to watch. I need something to watch.
There's a lot of things on the TV, Netflix, which we will get into very soon.
I can't wait. Go ahead.
Before that, we've got Eastman and Laird. Eastman and Lard's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. So this was actually very interesting. IDW Publishing has shared interior art from the upcoming 5-issue series Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, which is an adaptation of an unpublished 1987 storyline by original creators Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. So the description reads: in a future New York City far different from the one we know today, a lone surviving turtle goes on a seamlessly hopeless mission to obtain justice for his fallen family and friends. Kinetic layouts from Eastman, atmospheric inks from Andy Kuhn, and a thrilling script full of surprises from long-term TMNT scribe Tom Waltz, all combined to make this one of the most memorable TMNT stories that fans will ever read.
Which?
Is this how you look out?
Well, that's the thing. I checked out the picture, and it doesn't. It just shows a turtle that kind of is in a ninja garment. His band is black, and he's got all the weapons as well. So.
I'm reading that. I am reading that comic. And you know what? As you were saying it, I was thinking my favorite turtle is Raphael. But I don't want it to be Raphael, and I don't want it to be Leonardo. I want it to be Mikey or Donnie, because
they're the
those are the underdogs.
Yeah,
the underdogs.
I think it would be Mikey, man. It's so.
It would be sick if Mikey was my first choice. It would be sick.
Mikey, man.
That's right. And the fact that he's got everybody's weapon as well, it's like this is personal. This is personal.
Because he's the one who clowns around. He's the one who eats a lot, and he's like he's the youngest. He's the one who plays. And to have all his brothers wiped out, and for him to be the survivor, that would be sick if it was Michelangelo.
Yes, of course.
Oh, I'm excited, man.
I'm reading that. That sounds good.
I'm mad excited, yo.
Right, so
don't obviously do Leonardo or Raphael, man.
Yeah, no, do Mikey.
It's too easy. Do Mikey.
So this is what Eastman co-wrote said. This was a few months back. He said, about 10 years ago, I rediscovered a 20-page outline for a TMNT story that Peter and I wrote together back in 1987. The story was set 30 years in the future, which, as written then, was set in 2017. Reading through it again, I drifted back to a very different time in TMNT history. Back then it was all about the comics, mostly just Peter and I writing and drawing the issues. Everything the world would soon come to know about these characters that we'd created and called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's been an incredible 36-year journey, thanks to the brilliant talents of so many that brought new versions of TMNT stories to life, and especially the fans who supported all of them. 9 years ago, I was invited back to the TMNT comic universe via my friends at IDW Publishing. Aside from the original run with my friend and co-creator Peter Laird, working on the IDW TMNT universe has been the best time I've had with the Turtles for a very, very long time. A little over a year ago, as the ongoing series headed towards issue 100, I showed a rough revised and updated version of the story outline, now set in 2040, to Tom Waltz, who equally fell in love with the possibility of it. The Last Ronin is a heartfelt love poem to all the TMNT universes of the past, and offers up an intense look at one possible future, firmly based on the adaptated from the original 31-year-old idea from the original creators. Trust me, Tom, Andy and I have just started on a 200-page journey, and it is going to be one hell of a ride. So yeah.
Oh, that sounds ill.
Last Ronin 105 is announced to debut sometime this summer. So
hello. That's gonna be a good shout.
That is me.
Yeah,
that is me.
Yeah, that sounds like a good. Yeah, that sounds like a good run.
Can we do this, please? Like,
check out the picture. I got this article from Newsarama. So yeah, check out their website, and they've got like a preview of a page, a couple of pages on there, and yeah, it does. It looks dope. It looks sick. So
nice.
Yeah.
Come on, Mikey.
Can we do this, please? Can we? Like, I haven't been excited for a comic book like since probably X-Men.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's gonna be good.
I tried to get out and they keep pulling me back in.
What we got next?
Okay. Next up we've got